We got a doctor here recanting her story of trying to get, struggling with obesity, uncontrolled diabetes, and the cost of her medication. Just couldn't stop eating crappy foods. Okay, couldn't find a way to get off carbohydrates and sugar. I'm literally trying everything. It's just glandular. Yeah. Well, agreed in June of 2019 to adopt a more whole food, plant-based diet. Well, let's see how this degenerate is making on. Excited by the challenge, she did a remarkable job. She increased her fresh fruit and vegetable intake. Wow, imagine that. Started eating like whole, real foods. Weird how things can turn around so substantially. Stopped eating candy, cookies, and cakes and cut down on foods from animal sources. Slow down, okay? Eating like meat is really fine, and it's good, and it's actually preferable to the weird bug-based alternatives. But yeah, unclean dairy products, I'm actually down with that. So if you're just eating the meat from good quality meat, there's nothing wrong with that. Over 6 months, she lost 19 pounds. 19 pounds in 6 months? Okay, so she didn't really take too greatly to the policy you outlined for her, but that's good. Okay, I'm glad that theoretically she kept it off. And her HbA1c, measure of average blood sugar, dropped from 11.5% to 7.6%. That sounds good. Seems like a lot. She was doing so well, I expected her HbA1c would continue to drop, and she would be one of our plant-based success stories who had reversed diabetes. 3-month window follow-up visit in March of 2021 was canceled because of the COOF lockdowns. When I eventually saw her again in May 2021, she had regained some of the weight, and her HbA1c had climbed to 10.4%. Huh, wow, a regression thanks to lockdown? No kidding. She said her diabetes doctor and diabetes nurse educator had told her she was eating too much sugar on the plant-based diet. Yeah, imagine that. I just have a sweet tooth. Okay, we'll just have some fruit. Stupid advice. She had been advised to limit carbohydrates by cutting back on fruits and starchy vegetables and was eating more fish and chicken. I'm sure she's being 100% upright with you. Sugar-free candies, cakes, cookies, and artificial sweeteners were encouraged. They're bad. We've talked about those plenty on the channel. In the face of conflicting medical advice, she fell back onto the conventional wisdom that sugar is bad and should be avoided whenever possible, especially when you have diabetes. It's not just conventional wisdom, it's smart wisdom, it's good wisdom. I'm a physician. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Jennifer Rook. I already hate this lady. Board certified in preventative medicine with a lifestyle medicine clinic in Morehouse Healthcare in Atlanta. Ugh. This emerging medical specialty focuses on helping patients make healthy lifestyle behavior modifications. Let's just, oh my God, get in on this. Okay, does she make the differentiation? Okay, because you got fruits versus sugar. Your body runs on glucose and the simple sugar that cells use for energy. Yeah, after it breaks down carbohydrates, okay, after it breaks down fats, and frankly, it breaks it down even further to create ATP, adenosine triphosphate, in order to properly activate the muscle fibers. But yeah, no, glucose for us laymen's out here. Glucose is a molecular binding block for carbohydrates, one of the 3 essential macronutrients alongside fat and protein. The other 2 macronutrients are, yes, the aforementioned fat and protein. Starches are long braided chains of glucose that aren't that great for you. Naturally occurring carbohydrates are found in nutrient-dense foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Humans have adapted to crave sweet tastes. Yeah, mostly because your brain just kind of fires whenever it tastes something that's highly processed, and that's mostly just a desired effect of those highly processed means for those foods that are out there to get you hooked on it. But yeah, no, you just go ahead and you cherry pick what you need to. I'm a doctor. Humans have daily supply of vitamins, minerals, and fibers that are needed. Actually, you don't have a daily allocation for fiber, but you do. You're a doctor and an expert. Is needed because our bodies can't make them. Yeah. Best source of our substances for our ancient ancestors was sweet, bright, delicious fruit that you didn't get throughout the year, and it was only very seasonal and only available in some parts of the world. But okay, cool. Phytonutrients such as the alligatic acid in strawberries have cancer-fighting properties and promote heart health. Yeah, but if you're eating strawberries for its alligatic acid, It's like sitting down with a dictionary and ripping out page by page in order to consume enough fiber for the day. Refined sugars, on the other hand, are highly processed and stripped of all nutrients except calories. That is true. They are concentrated form of carbohydrates. The food industry produces refined sugars in many forms. The most common are sucralose crystals, which you would recognize as table sugar, and high fructose corn syrup, which is many processed foods, and sweetened beverages that is incredibly sweet and very, very addictive. If you continually satisfy your cravings for sweetness with foods that contain refined sugar rather than nutrient-rich fruits your body was designed for, you're unlikely to get all the nutrients you need. Over time, the deficit can create a vicious cycle of overeating, which leads to obesity and obesity-related health problems. Women who eat the most fruit tend to have lower rates of obesity. Yeah, but fatty liver, though. Are you going to address that in here? No? Okay, cool. Refined sugars aren't directly toxic to cells. No, but an accumulation of them are. But they can combine with proteins and fats and foods in the bloodstream to produce toxic substances such as advanced glycogen end products. Yeah, exactly. See, listen to your friend here. What do I know? I'm not an expert, and I don't have a stupid clinic in downtown Atlanta or some dumb stuff like that. High blood glucose levels may produce glycated low-density lipoproteins. High levels of these and other glucose-related toxic substances are associated with the increased risk of a wide range of chronic health problems, including cardiovascular disease and diabetes. A disease most commonly associated with sugar is type 2 diabetes. A surprising number of people, including health professionals, incorrectly believe that eating sugar causes type 2 diabetes. No, it's a stress on your system. It's a constant influx of insulin within your body, and it's creating its sensitivity from there. Therefore, you need more insulin in your body, and your pancreas just times out, and you can't recognize what is coming into your body or not. No, definitely, but your doctor should know better, or you should find a new doctor. The myth leads to a focus on lowering blood sugar and counting carbs while ignoring the real cause, progressive loss of pancreatic beta cell function. That's a more technical explanation of what I just described, but there you go. At diagnosis, a patient may have lost between 40% and 60% of their beta cells, which are responsible for producing insulin. Insulin is a hormone that controls how much glucose is in the bloodstream by blocking glucose production in the liver and driving it into fat and muscle cells. Yes, just storing whatever's coming into your body, okay? It is triggered once you break a fast. It's either carbohydrates or fats, okay? Protein is wild because it doesn't do that. Loss of beta cell function means that not enough insulin gets produced, resulting in high blood glucose level characteristics of type 2 diabetes. So, unfortunately, that can be reduced, okay? By not constantly spiking and dropping insulin levels all the time, okay? But just eating a nice basic diet. It's fun, it's easy, and it also has other health benefits out there. Give it a try. People interested with losing weight and improving health often ask if they should sugar detox. Yes, in my opinion, this is a waste of time. Well, you're an idiot, so that's fine. Because it is impossible to eliminate sugar from the body. Yeah, I'll try you. How about getting rid of refined sugar, though? How about getting rid of increased amount of fructose, which I haven't seen mentioned here once, but go for it. In my opinion, yeah, right, waste of time, sure, okay, whatever. Because it isn't possible to eliminate sugar from the body. For instance, if you only ate baked chicken breasts, well, if you only eat baked chicken breasts, you should be shot, but your liver would convert protein to glucose in a process called gluconeogenesis, which is hard on the body. But yeah, your body needs to convert whatever macronutrients are in the body in order to be broken down into glucose. That's how your body works, okay? So therefore, this is the internet version of, well, actually what that means is, it's like, yeah, your body needs sugar to run on and process, but it's only sugar as a classification. In practical application, is not really sugar in the same way that you would consume it. So bringing in external sources of sugar is ridiculous. Low-carb diets can lead to weight loss, but at the expense of health. Oh yeah, you're just denying real science, okay? Diets that significantly reduce carbohydrates are associated with nutrient deficiencies. Like what? Like what? And high risk of death from any cause. I too like to make blanket statements that I can't back up. Extended periods of low carbohydrate. See, I'm getting so flustered because I'm just angry by this just lack of understanding of reality. Ketogenic diets can cause the body to break down muscle. No, there's no science to back that up whatsoever. And turn muscle protein into glucose. No, because you eat the God, you moron. Because your body becomes fat adapted and it breaks down fat, okay? God, you're stupid. She's a doctor, though. Trust the experts. The lack of fiber can also cause constipation. Yeah, that's why you eat foods, and that's why you eat vegetables with fiber in them, you absolute mongoloid. Eliminating food sweeteners with refined sugar is a worthy goal. Wow, just hitting that one right at the end of your article after everybody's just written you off. You moron. But don't think of it as a detox. What, getting rid of the bad stuff in your body isn't considered a detox? Unbelievable. It should be a permanent lifestyle change. Oh, you weasel Worden. Oh, if this was on the main channel, oh, I'd have so many fun things to say about you. The safest way to go on for refined sugar detox is to increase the intake of nutrient-dense fruits and vegetables. Once you've eliminated refined sugars, you'll find they're likely to taste your taste buds, will change because your gut biome. Okay, and again, these are things that she's not breaking down because she doesn't have enough faith in the readers that she has out there, apparently. But when you stop eating different artificial or just, a refined sweeteners in your diet, your gut biome changes, and therefore you don't want that. You don't crave it because your gut biome drives what you crave and what you want and what feels satisfied by you, okay? Ultimately, your satiation in your body has to do with your proper hydration levels as well as the amount of caloric intake that you have in a day. But by becoming fat adapted, guess what? The exact same process follows the exact same way, okay? Your body wants to use your macronutrients in order for energy, okay, by breaking down first carbohydrates and then fat and then protein as a last-ditch effort to keep you moving. But guess what? If you have stored fat in your body, guess what it's going to do? It's going to go to that adipose tissue. So unless you're in extreme situations where you're running at single digit body fat percentages, it's going to be pulling from your stores out there. So I don't know, this lady's on one, but then again, she's an assistant professor of community health and preventative medicine at Morehouse School of Medicine. Okay, cool. So is she even a doctor? No, she just writes like one. What a absolute degenerate. Your information is worthless and you should feel bad for writing that. I'm glad we actually got to discuss that and talk about, sugar being bad and I don't know, somebody who's bought off by Rogers Sugar Corporation. Shine a light on this propaganda that's out there. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.